Hey everybody, welcome to another hobby haul. It's been quite a while since I've had one of these, but boy, did I hit, I don't know, the jackpot, I guess. I have a great project to be working on, and if you just want to sit back and hang out, I'm just going to be showing off basically this huge lot of models that I got from an estate sale, and I paid a song for them, and they're so cool and so unique, at least to me, so I'm going to be building an army based off of them, and I thought you would like a good first look. So without further ado, let's go to the downward camera. Okay, so let's start cracking into this. And I'm going to have a final count of everything at the end. We'll start off with an Imperial Guard Sentinel. Let me make sure that the base is in there. Oh, never mind. It's not a Sentinel. It's a whole bunch of guns and bits. Okay, well, that's all right. Let's see. Interesting. We got some guardmen. There's a bunch of weapons. Okay. Okay, special weapons box. Not quite what I expected, but we'll go on from there. The next thing is an Imperial Armor book. Now, I thoroughly enjoy covering campaign projects from Games Workshop and that kind of thing. I got this specifically because I want to try my hand at it. I love the Imperial Armor books. They are incredible stories. Full of cool artwork and information and stuff. If you don't know what this is about, here's my spoiler. Jurassic Park set in Warhammer 40k, with the Tyranids being the dinosaurs. So, good story coming up above. Let's see, next is a biggin. This right here is a box that is desperately sought by many. Still in wrapper. It is the Vostroyan platoon. It is, I believe, one of the only ways to get the Vostroyans who are carrying plasma guns, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So it comes with 2 squads. There's kind of a command squad in here, and 3 dead guys, which is incredible, by the way. And yeah, 2 weapons teams, 21 soldiers, 3 casualties, I suppose is what that's kind of denoting. Very interesting. Okay, so we'll set that off. That's a huge get. If you don't know the story of how I got this, I'll tell this as I'm kind of adjusting things here and there. So it wasn't just the estate sale stuff. I already kind of covered that. But rather, when I walked in, I started looking at the various things that were around. And I said, really the prime motivation here is to help the family, of course. And so I came with an amount that I wanted to give. And so I walked in, I was like, what can you give me for this? And we just kind of talked back and forth. Vostroyans sounded like a really cool type of guard. And so I said, load me up with those. We saw a box full of them. I said, I'll take it. And then we kind of realized that was a bit egregious in terms of how much I was getting. Because none of us, we thought this box was like way thicker, and so when we pulled it up and found 4 or 5 more units of them, we're like, oh, never mind, that's not fair. So we agreed to split it in half to make it so that the Vostroyan platoons could form 2 starter armies, and I love that idea. So in addition, I got these 2 guys, or sorry, 3. These 2 are identical, and I believe that they are just, honestly, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just have, 4 of the same kit. This is all 50 parts, 50, and this is 100, which I think is just 2 of these in one box. So, okay, I'll take it. I hope to do some battle reports in 2023 for Space Station Zero, the game by Vince Ventrella and Adam Loper. Or Uncle Adam, rather. I'm going to grab a bunch of stuff here, and we'll just crack into these as we go. Got another Sentinel box, but let's see what's actually in it. It's not a Sentinel. Okay, yeah, that's it. Looks like more special weapons. Okay. That's fine. Well, if we're doing guard stuff, I can use all of these somewhere else, You can make... That's the nice thing, honestly, about Imperial Guards. We'll put that off to the side. I'm just going to clip those off the sprue, put them with the other mishmash of sprue stuff that I had. Let's make sure... Oh, here's one in wrapping, so we know it's what it is. Another Vostroyan squad. This comes with... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's a squad of dudes. And these 2 boxes say the same thing. Same item number and everything. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're Vostroyan squads. They're the exact same as these guys up here. So that's cool. I'm just double checking that everything is what it says it is. Yeah, here's another one. I am keeping those boxes. I just want to get them all out. I snagged this to go along with the rest of the terrain that I had. Sci-fi cargo bay. I've never heard of this particular thing, but it's just like really, really fat resin molds of stuff. Just to kind of act as generic stuff, you know. And then as we're playing Space Station Zero, having some tiles that can act as, oh, this one's like an arm. It's like a mechanical claw thing. That's cool. I don't know how it goes together, but I'll figure it out. Nice. Okay. I like it. Space junk. I have never heard, I mean, it looks, well, I can't tell if it's just a sort of somewhat cheap logo or if it's old. But wait, there's more. These are pretty common, so I won't show them off too much, but I have 2 chimeras. This guy collected all manner of Imperial Guard vehicles. Like there was truly a whole platoon, mobile platoon in this guy's apartment, or a house, whatever. So at one point, when we decided for the money I wanted to donate, instead of taking all of the Vostroyans, we basically split it into 2 starters. I got one of them. And for the remainder half, because we agreed on something, right? On the size of the box, they were just really trying to clear out vehicles. And chimeras are so specific that, like, it's not like a Rhino where it can be used by a myriad of players. You're playing Guard, right? You've got these guys. So, you know, there's different kinds of Space Marines is what I'm talking about. So with these, we basically just started chucking stuff into the box. Like, you need some chimeras. Get your troops out there. And so that was our trade-off there. And then we kind of move into the smaller things. And for this, I'm going to make some more room here. The first one here is this large bag of metal bits. Now, when I say bits, I'm talking Sisters of Sigmar from Mordheim. I'll show off some miniatures here because I actually have one of each of what's in this bag. There's tons of repetitions, but I have about 30 of these ones with the hammer and buckler, like 5 or so of the dual hammers. I don't know how many, like 10 to 15 of the nunchucks. And then there's 2 of these miniatures that say Bretonia on them. I assume it's some kind of like sorceress type model for that Fantasy Battles army. So this was on my way out. I was like, I had an extra like $5 and I just looked in there and I saw a bunch of metal minis. There were buckets of metal models. I was like, I'll take it. So I know I wanted Sisters of Sigmar. I'm going to paint up a little warband, figure out what to do with the rest of them. So for the ongoing bits regarding the Vostroyans, right now we have, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regiments. I mean, yeah, regiments, the individual units. You have 5 of those guys. Here is a set that came in a baggie, because it's all different kinds of guns. I think in those sets it's generally las cannons. Here it is heavy bolters. So we got those. I got a preacher with a chainsword, which is one of my favorite things. Hobby memory from when I was a kid who just learned about 40k. Dawn of War, the Winter Assault expansion for the first game, let you bring Guard and also attach all kinds of crazy heroes to them. And the preacher with the chainsword was my absolute favorite. There's also these. We didn't see too many of them, so I made sure to grab just a few. But these look like command models, which I think is what they're supposed to be by looking at that box, like unit leader type things. But I didn't notice, maybe I just didn't see them those sculpts in sort of the more loose kits, and so I made sure to grab at least one each of the unique sculpts. And then the other 6 or so I split with the other group, or a batch of models. And then there was an inordinate amount of these, so they loaded me up. But it is Vostroyan last cannon teams. Yeah, I've got 5 of them. Obviously last cannons are a core part of the setting, so they'll be around a while, but yeah. And so this, friends, this is it. This is my hobby lot. If you're curious, I paid about 200 on the top end for it. Some of it was just helping unpack stuff, and yeah, but incredible things. It's worth quite a bit, and I'm on the fence. So I think I am going to keep it and paint it up. There's a lot of cool things, and wouldn't it be so nice for this, even if it's sold later on, but for this to all be like fully done up, painted. I'm gonna do the brown rims just like the actual box art. I don't know. I think it would be really cool, like, instead of it just being a shelf queen, to give it life. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't quite decided yet. And if I'm going to keep them or what I'm going to do. I'm not just going to flip them. I bought them with the intention of painting and the understanding. So we'll see where I go from there. What are your thoughts on this haul? And have you gotten anything good lately? I'm weirdly stoked about this terrain stuff. Like, these look fun. I haven't actually looked inside the box yet. Oh yeah, it is. Just a whole bunch of little simple panels and walkways. I like it. So anyway, friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I unpack that. Let me know your thoughts on the Vostroyans and all the other stuff that I got. It was kind of funny to get the Sentinels like unboxed into just bits. Weird. I mean, the entire store, I'm telling you, was like that, of just random things stuffed in random boxes. So I'm really happy with how I made out. It was awesome, and I'm super looking forward to creating some really awesome urban, snowy city, destroyed ruined city bases for the Vostroyan. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll check it out down below. Thank you so much, and happy wargaming.